Welcome to my YouTube channel Science and Innovative Brain. Today we are going to repair a Omron nebulizer. Okay, so this you can see this is the Omron nebulizer. Okay, this was yesterday night. It is was okay only. We used properly, but morning my wife reported that this is not turning on. Okay, so we will go and we'll check what is there, what component got bad inside this. Okay, but here as per me, inside one compressor is there and one motor is there. Okay, so that motor coil may got burned or something else happen. Okay, so we'll open and we'll see. And but this motor is a, you can easily wind this motor. This motor was maybe a saddle port motor. Okay, so we'll open and we'll see. Okay, to open this Omron box, Omron compressor nebulizer, we'll see here one screw is there in this point and one screw is in this point. So we have to remove this sticker and we can see one screw is here also. Okay, and two more screws are here. If we remove this and this also, we'll find two more screws are here. Okay, so we have to remove all these four screws, then we can easily open this box. Okay, so we'll remove and I will show you. Okay, we have opened this four screws. Okay, now we will open this box. So we'll make it properly. Then you can see we have removed this cover. So in the cover, after removing this cover, we seen this is the main compressor and this is the motor. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll remove all the main connection. You can see here. So friends, you can see here I have removed the motor component. Okay, and I removed this connection from this switch. Okay, this is the switch, turn on turn off switch. So I removed this connection. Now with the help of multimeter, we will check the connections. Here if you see here, I think some fuse is there. So we have to check this fuse, whether this fuse is burned or not. Okay, if this fuse is blown, so we have to repair this, replace this fuse, and then we can check if it is turning on, then okay, or otherwise we have to check the winding. So here we can easily do the winding also after remove, because you see here this is the only just a winding. Okay, so we have to make the proper turns here and we can repair easily. You can see here nothing is there in this motor. Okay, because this is just, if this is rotating this like this, this is the main compressor and this is just throwing and coming out. It is compressing the air like this. Okay, so we will repair first this. We will check with the help of multimeter which is blown. Okay, so friends, with the help of multimeter, we'll keep the multimeter first in the resistance mode or buzzer mode. Then we'll check the continuity with the help of one terminal keeping this, and we'll check one terminal, this two terminal. Okay, in which fuse is there and one is this coming through the winding. So here if you see, no buzzer, correct. So now I will check with this, the help of this other terminal, no buzzer. So we'll check in this one also, this is no buzzer, and with other terminal this buzzer is coming. It means this line is, this two terminal are this one brown one and this second one is the working, but this terminal and this terminal continuity is not coming. Okay, it means in this terminal only, in this terminal only the connection fuse is there. So we'll check this fuse. So friends, we have checked, the fuse is not burned. Okay, but here in the winding something happened. Okay, so in the winding, if you see here, I open this, one thermal switch is there in the winding. If you see, I am opening this winding. In the winding, one thermal switch is there. Thermal switch means temperature based one switch is there. When temperature is more than 150 degree, this switch will open. So because in my home the voltage are coming to 60 volts, so because of that maybe this winding temperature increase and this switch gone bad only. Okay, so what I will do, I will short this two terminal because currently I don't have this thermal switch. Okay, so I will short this terminal and I will check whether it is working or not. Before that, I will check whether winding is okay or not okay. Okay, so what we'll do, one terminal of this switch winding, and we'll check with the main line. So with the help of multimeter, we'll keep in the ohm. Okay, and we'll check. So one terminal I will check, take this plug because one terminal is here. Okay, one terminal is on this point and other terminal I will keep here. So if you see here something, it is showing 46.45 ohm. Okay, so this ohm, so this is the winding resistance. Oh, okay, it means my winding is okay. Okay, so what I will do, I will short this two terminal, this two terminal, winding one terminal and this switch. So I will short this two and I will check whether my system is working or not. So I will get same here in these two terminal, same whatever value is there, same 46 ohm I will get. But here I am getting in 8.9 something mega ohm. Okay, so this mega ohm means open circuit only. So I will short this two terminal, then we'll check. So this thermal switch or fuse, I will short it. Okay, by twisting I will short it. Okay, I don't have other option, so I will short it. This two terminal become shorted. Okay, and I will keep like same only. So after shorting this, we have shorted. Okay, now we'll check the resistance. So we'll keep this multimeter, this two terminal on this two terminal. Okay, so when we'll keep here this two terminal in continuity mode or resistance mode of the multimeter, if you see, when I will because in this two point switch is connected, so switch is, I am just turning on, so I am shorted this two terminal, so I am getting 46.7 or 46.6 ohm. It means now my winding is okay after sorting this thermal fuse. Okay, so now my winding is okay and it is showing the resistance value 46 ohm. Okay, so I think this is repaired, but I don't have this switch, so I will change this switch later only. Okay, so carefully we have to short and we'll keep it safely here so that it's not short with the other winding terminal and other terminal. Okay, so I'm gluing like this here, so this is pakka. Then now I will connect this two terminal with the original switch terminal, this two terminal, and it is now I will unpack. I will close all the system in sound after mounting this inside the box. Okay, then we'll turn on and we'll check whether it is working or not working. Okay, we'll see. Now I place this motor in the box. Now I will connect this two terminal to with this on off switch. Okay, then we'll check whether it is working or not. So I have to connect all this to this two terminal. Okay, then I will show you. So I have connected this switch. Now I will close this box. After keeping this folder, so now this is closed. Now what I will do, I will put all the screws back. So one screw here and one is at here and another is at this point. Okay, and one is up below the sticker. So I will tighten it and I will turn on and will show you. So friends, we have properly closed all the screws. Now we will check what are the resistance is coming here. So resistance is 46 ohm, whatever the previously it is coming after turning on this switch. If I will turn off this switch, the resistance will not come. Okay, it is showing in mega ohms. Okay, so now I will turn on. So it is coming 46 ohm. It means my machine is okay. Now I will test with the supply. So I am giving this supply and I will turn on. Okay, so I given power supply and turn on. Now I will turn on this machine. So this machine is now running, you can see here. Okay, so this machine is now turned on. Now I will show you whether it is. I will connect this. Now I will connect this. Okay, so I connected this and I will turn on this, so smoke will come. Okay, it means now it is working. Okay, thank you. Here the connection is loose, that's why. Okay, so this machine is working.